Good afternoon. Sam Tolbert, Sound of Joy Music Services, and we're back with another impromptu, unplanned, and not quite unprepared live stream. How's everyone doing? Those who will be joining us live and those who will see the actual replay. Going to do something different today. Yes, there will be music. You can never have, for me, to come on live and not share some music. Got a couple of live reviews that not live, but viewer requests that I may take a look at because they're very easy to do. But what I want to be able to do is create a space where, as I say, I can share information that is informative, not only to myself, but to those who are in the music community. Whether you play for a church, you play for yourself at home, or you're a budding beginner seeking information to help swell your knowledge in music. I've been a avid listener, a watcher, I should say, of what happens this time of year at the NAMM convention. I believe it's in California, where all the different um, products for creating music is showcased, and they allow other musicians who are invited. If I understand it correctly, you have to be invited or registered in order to attend, but they allow musicians to come in and to showcase the various equipment. Well, I've been watching some of the musicians who I never get to actually see live in an element where they just go crazy on equipment that they don't own. So we're going to use YouTube. I'm going to claim fair use. This way I can hopefully skate some of the YouTube restrictions about playing their videos on someone else's live, and have some commentary and talk about the equipment that they're going to be using, some of the chords that I can hear and pick up that they're doing in their own sets. Um, I saw where Glenn Gibson Jr. did a set, Doobie Powell did a set, young gentleman, remember his name. He's blind, but he did a set on the Hammond organ or the Viscount organ, and you would never have known that the way he landed on those chords flawlessly. Just to hear the the brilliance of a musician with challenges and difficulties, and still able to get out what he hears. So this is going to be very informative. And again, if YouTube comes after me, I know how to handle them. I've been doing that for quite a few years. So feel free to chat amongst yourselves, to chat with me. If there's something you might want to see that I can search for, or that you've seen, a link to a YouTube channel, you can put that in the description, and I'll certainly will have no problem bringing it up. This is supposed to be a fun time right now. I got a little bit of my water left. I've been drinking a lot of it. So if I dart out to go get some more, if I get thirsty from talking, you'll understand. Um, let's see. We got 8 watching us so far. Let's just go right into it. I started pulling up some different looks. So this is the view that I had. I want to see which is the best one to be able to get the NAMM experience. Let me see if I can search for it differently. Let's see if they're live, number one. And I don't see anything live. Let's see. Here's one from 14 hours ago. So we'll start with an actual product. Korg Grand Stage X Piano. Let's see what we have there.
Hey gang, this is Max with Guitar Center. We're here at NAMM 2024. We just stopped by the Korg booth and we're chatting with Luciano. How you doing, Luciano?
Very good. Excited to be here day one. We just opened the show, so great first interview.
Awesome. Well, so we're looking at the new Grand Stage X. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Of course, yeah. So this new Grand Stage X is completely redesigned. So this is our newest flagship stage piano. Just from afar, you'll already notice a completely redesigned look. Has this beautiful curved design, perforated side panels. But really what's under the hood is also what makes this special. So we have the most diverse range of sounds in any stage piano. 700 to be complete, as well as 7 sound engines borrowed from our workstations, Nautilus and Kronos. On the main panel as well, lots of really cool hands-on controls too. So that's the short of it.
Nice. Well, can you tell us a little bit, for those that may not be as familiar with Kronos or Nautilus, what those 7 engines are?
Yeah.
I'm going to pause the video right here for YouTube fair use purposes. I'm using this as a instructional moment. I've been a Korg user back when the M1 piano, in fact, I still have my M1 with a broken key on it. Maybe one day I'll feel the need to take it apart and repair it. Paid a lot of money for it, so I haven't gotten rid of it. Probably will have to replace the battery again, which I've done in the past, and then reinitialize the sounds. But the Korg keyboard, the M1, really became a game changer from an actual portability standpoint because of its sounds were so unique and fresh for use in the actual church. I know I was able to, I believe it had a 8-track sequencer on it, so I was actually programming music to help start songs in the for during the church services. And I was one of the first in my area, at least in my church where I was, to be able to use a keyboard in that fashion. Of course, it went outdoors with me when we did tent work, and it gave me that opportunity to immerse myself into the world of synthesizers, coming from a background of acoustic piano, the Steinway, and the Hammond organ, to now immerse myself into the world of the Korg synthesizer workstation. Actually, that's why I said you had eight tracks you could program. Took me a while getting used to the feel of it because it felt like a toy, but then I got to get comfortable. I believe I did do a couple of studio productions with it also, where I programmed intros to songs, and then another person picked up the music from there. So I'm very familiar. In fact, I don't know if you can't see behind me, but I do have the Korg Chrome behind me. And again, another tremendous keyboard. It's my replacement to the Yamaha that I have, but the Yamaha keeps on kicking. So but that because of the weight of it, and the fact that it's 88 keys, the Korg Chrome that I have behind me, became my outdoor studio keyboard just to take all that tremendous sound with me. There's a question here. What do you think of Take Six and their vocal harmony? Take Six debuted in my days as a young musician, and they were, how can I put this? They were the Picasso of vocal music, in where they emulated the rhythm section with their voices and harmonies that were not standard to the church musician's ears. Beautiful harmonies, but to have to sit down and try to figure out what they were doing, if it wasn't a song that was requested by the music director or the minister of music for the choir or a group of men to sing, you never really, at least from my standpoint, I never really sat down to tear apart one of their songs because their vocals were unmatched from keyboard playing. Yes, someone had to probably write the sheet music for them to be able to sing. I get it, and that's just my opinion because I wasn't there. But a tremendous sound, and one which, if you want to go through some study now that you have YouTube available to you, that you can take the time and do that. Let me bring up my because I do have Sample Tank 4, if you've been watching my videos, where I bring in the sound of vocals, and I'm going to make it a part of what I do. Let's see, what would be close to that? Let's bring up the soul, mixed soul voices, just for that uh, take six experience. Let's see, does this come over now? There we go. So in that take six experience, that is the take six experience. Hearing vocals uh, fly around 13ths, chords that are really stretched out. Now I was just playing that, but to give you an idea, that's what I was able to hear. The high, the middle, the high, the second, the middle, and the lower note. And of course, they had some of these singers mimicked the sound of an actual rhythm with their boom. Welcome, Mile, and thank you, Nathan. All right, so and again, that's why I have my keyboard set up. We're going to look at some of the playing once I get into those. So let's continue. Fair use, a little bit more on the Korg Grand Stage X.
So basically, if you're a player and you want to cover a wide range, like piano sounds, we have a dedicated sound engine. Electric piano sounds, there's another dedicated engine. Organ sounds, and so on. So what these engines do is give you a wide variety of sounds and really defined nuances in each part of those sounds. So a piano might give you the mechanical key noises of the piano sound, which is really great.
So as you can see, these keyboards can emulate uh, the sounds of your very vintage instruments all in one container. The Korg, uh, the Korg, how can I put this? The Korg line of instruments were built to be workstations in the sense that you could start creating your music there on the keyboard and then transfer that into your system for doing the actual recording. It made it where it basically put some musicians out of work because they had tremendous horns, tremendous strings, tremendous bass. As you can see, the organ, piano. It's put people out of a job. I put it like that. But then it gave another job to those musicians who were able to manipulate what these keyboards can do. As I say, my Korg M1, I barely touched the surface of really using it because I had to bounce between piano and the Hammond organ, and every now and then work my Korg M1 in for special occasions, Easter, Christmas, things like that. Let's come away from the Korg because I didn't want to spend too much time there. Hey, look at that. I popped up in there. Let's see. I wanted to stay current. I don't know why they're showing one from 4 years ago. Let's see. Let me pull up. I saw that Mike Burrell was playing. Courtesy of Wheatworks. So I can pronounce his name correctly. Burrell. At the NAMM show. Here we go. I just watched it now. Why are they bringing up ones from a year ago? Because I wanted to steal some of his chords. He was just on. Why is it? Okay, that's all right. That's Glenn Gibson. Okay, so we'll go to Glenn Gibson, another favorite. He if you know anything about the East Coast, he's one of those musicians who rose through the ranks. He didn't just start playing.
Imagine a sample pack that you can play like an.
All right, let's do this. Skip the ad. He rose through the ranks as an actual musician, and I got a chance to see his rise. Sorry for the ads. I'm trying to start at the very beginning. So let's listen to Glenn, the great Glenn Gibson Jr. Fair use, fair use. Weekworks Pro is also a good friend of mine, family friend. He knows my family and all the other cousins of the Talbot family. So if he comes after me, I'm gonna say, hey, bro, give me a break. He's gonna start in this section. All right, let me switch. Go ahead of this. One more time. Let's go out. All right, fair use, fair use. So I'm listening to where he's at chord-wise. I got his notes already. He's playing, let me see, fourths, perfect fourths. So again, when you understand and get a feel for where notes are found on the keyboard, you hear somebody play, you begin to dissect, or what I like to call, to what's the word I always use? Starts with a D. Decompose. That's the word I want to use. Or deconstruct. That's the better word. What you're hearing, the highest note, and all the neat notes underneath. Fair use. Let's listen some more. Fair use. So let's find that chord that he's at. I don't have the second note. Let's see if I can get a second chord there. So there's no musician that I'm not afraid to learn from. Okay, so the C minor. he's not giving the whole package. He's just giving you his moment. Fair use. Now, what he has just done there, because I'm not a Nord player. I've never played on a Nord, but I've seen other musicians use it where you can have piano and you can layer simulated organ sound over it, which is what I just heard him do. He's now layering in a simulated organ sound over the piano. Kind of cheating. I always feel that the organ should be its own instrument, the piano should be its own instrument, and let them both work in the worlds, the music world that they work in. But in this new environment where musicians can sound like a full band on one keyboard, you take advantage of what they give you. Just a little more, then we'll go to the next. And we'll bring that to the close. ShowMeThat.com did get their plug-in. Again, fair use. And if you should stumble across this, Mr. Wheat Works. This is Sam Tolbert. You know me. And I believe you've got some other people who you have done. So we're going to go to your page and pull in the other. There we go. Doobie Powell. That's what I was watching earlier today. I hope you are enjoying the presentation. Again, YouTube may come after me for airing some videos on their site from other content creators. I understand about that. I have no problem doing what I need to do so that we don't infringe on other people's copyrights. This is not for me to make money, but for me to be able to share and have conversation with other musicians. So again, stop there. Feel free to make comments and to talk amongst yourselves also. This is a musician's shedding time. Let's bring in now the great Doobie Powell's session. At the NAMM 2024, the Nord exhibit. Everybody seems to like the Nord keyboard. As I say, that's out of my price range. I'd rather take my my Yamaha, my 2008 Yamaha, and if I need to copy a sound, mix and match what they have on there. It's all the same sounds. It's just how they tweaked it for that version. Here we go. Enough from me talking.
We're gonna do a little something. Y'all
Fair
ready?
use.
Let's get it.
Fair use.
Intro.
What a backdrop. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4.
That's me in the background.
There are times when you need someone. I will be by your side. Hey, there is a light that shines special for you and me. Everybody, show your hands up in the sky. You don't have to look no further. Hey, hey.
Now I'm going to stop it right here because I'm listening and I see hands moving, but I don't hear music being played. So I'm curious, are they playing through, because he has his own VST and I'm wondering if they're playing through that VST and not allowing the nodes to be heard. I really, well, again, I love the talent. Again, I'm listening to the chords, not a problem for me, but I want to hear the artistry on those keyboards that they're on. So we're going to listen to a little more. In fact, let me just take a little ahead. Maybe they'll change up a bit, and you hear
Hey,
more.
babe, you want to go to Showtime?
Okay, take care of that ad. Maybe they'll hear more. You hear more of the actual keyboard they're on.
Say, shine on me. Shine.
My man is there playing on this keyboard, and I don't hear
Let
a
the
peep coming out
light
of it.
from
That's
the
not fair.
lighthouse shine on me.
They're doing my brother bad. He's playing on that keyboard. I don't hear a peep coming out of it. You know, it's stage 4. Looks like it's a 61 key version. And he's just playing outside. And I'm not hearing a thing. Let's go to my live, see if they can match that. All right, so this is my 2008 Yamaha. Again, once you know your scales, you can hear the notes someone else is playing, find what scale it's in, and then construct the chords that you hear them play. So I'm going to switch from this one because my gentleman there on the Nord stage 4 is playing his heart out, but there's nothing coming across. Let's go back to Wheatworks and see if he got the other gentleman there. Now this is Matthew Whitaker at the Viscount. There was a different view from someone else, but we'll use the one again. Sebastian Wheat is a family friend of the Talbots. If he has an issue with me using his videos, I'm calling fair use because we're having conversation. I'm giving props to your work, sir. I've watched you from your beginning to where you are now, and very appreciative of the work that you have done in the same field I'm in, supporting musicians at the time, VHS tapes, DVDs, and online content. We're all out here trying to help musicians get better. So let's listen to Matthew Whitaker on the Viscount organ. Let me make sure there's no ad.
Game changer.
And there is an ad. That's okay. Let's listen.
That's nice. That's
Fair use.
That's Matt Whitaker for you right there. Yes, sir.
All right, so let me pause for fair use purposes. So, tremendous musician. The young man has sight challenges. I've watched him when he first came into the play online, just playing the piano and playing his heart out. So he's been at this going on now, we can probably say at least 4 or 5 years. And each time I see him, I'm amazed at his ability to interpret music as he hears it. I'm not sure if he's ever when he was ever cited to be able to read music, but I'm sure he's got tremendous ears and the from practicing the wherewithal to know where notes are found. Dual manual. This is the Viscount organ, Hammond organ simulated competition, if you want to put it that way. You know, the Hammond organ sound has been so legendary back from I'll say the early late 40s and the 50s when it began to emerge into different churches, and of course it's used in all of the bands and studios. So, and it's the natural progression of a keyboard player, a piano player, to start with the keys as you learn your way and to feel your feel for chords and for chord patterns and runs and riffs, to move up to the organ, to where now you're taking on the challenge of playing two manuals and foot pedals, pulling drawbars and an expression pedal all at the same time. So that's probably the actual pinnacle of a musician when they get to the point of an organ where now some don't play with foot pedals because they have an actual bass player. Me, I love the foot pedals. I would have an issue. I could tell the bass player to go home because he can never outthink where my feet would go when I'm playing the organ. But for those that are endeavoring to move up to that next level as an organ player, uh, I I implore you, pull up as many videos of organ players, even the ones that I show you. I give it to you in a lesson format. So I'll hold back on a lot of movement because I don't have a real organ underneath me and playing on weighted keys. You don't see the real speed of what I can do when I'm on an organ. But to see other musicians, not just church musicians, the jazz players also, and how they become one with an electric instrument. I guess semi-electronic, but my father is he's still alive. He is a Hammond certified repair tech. So I would go with him when I was a youngster, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, up until the age 16 and 17, to repair organs in churches and on bands. So I got firsthand knowledge to see how you strip an organ down, how you repair it, how you keep it working well, changing tubes. I was the official tube tester, changer, the cleaning of the actual contacts, the foot pedals, the pedal pushers, how they get damaged by people removing the pedals incorrectly and slamming them in versus lifting and then pushing in, then dropping down. So I have that hands-on knowledge, not just playing, but seeing how you keep them maintained and repaired. So again, every time I look back, when did I have time to have fun? It wasn't much fun, but there was work. There was a lot of playing, a lot of practicing, which helps me to get through life, not only as an IBM technician, again fixing and repairing things as I did as a youngster, but also supporting a church with the type of sound that drew people in from outside to hear what is this sound that is not only pleasant but sounds joyful. How many we have in the room? For those that are watching on my Facebook page, thank you for being simulcast there. If you want to have comments, I'm not monitoring the Facebook page. I just monitor the YouTube page. But thank you for also for watching with me. Hopefully, Facebook won't give me any issues also with airing these videos. Let's listen to some more to the great Matthew Whittaker at the Viscount organ. what I just did was go to my Yamaha and pull up the first organ patch. He's in B flat, doing some jazz runs, and if you didn't know better, I was on a Viscount organ, but this is my Yamaha. With the Leslie on. So if I wanted to learn to shed virtually with him playing, I could pull it up my keyboard with no problem and get an idea what key he's in and how he's attacking what he's doing. Fair use, back to the video. Okay, you can only do that on that. What's that key? Actually, that's what he did. I can do the same thing.
Really, Matthew? I knew why he doing that. That's cool. I know, right?
And we'll let that go. Fair use, fair use. Weekworks Pro, Mr. Sebastian. Thank you for allowing me to share from your recordings. He's at the 2024 NAMM. All right, let's go back and pull up some of the other videos and some of the other products too. That's what I also wanted to be able to show, the different products that they are. Let's see. And I'm being keyboard friendly, but I'll look at any other products that may come up, which may be part of production. Okay, I'm not. Let me go.
Honestly, I've never heard anything like this.
You have to listen.
Let me pull up another look at the NAMM show. Sometimes you gotta, how you word your search. Let's see what this brings up. 17 hours ago, produced like a pro, giveaways, nope. What's this? Zoom, best new microphones at NAMM. Wavy Wayne, I must, there we go. Jesse Molina. We'll bring him up. Another, again, tremendous musician.
What's up, everybody? We're here at NAMM show. I know I didn't post any video in 23, but we're in 2024.
Fair use. All right, fair use, fair use. I always have to make this break so I can have some conversation, so I can give context. YouTube may allow it to stay up if they see me doing this break. So he's in the key of B major now, but he's doing an off chord. I didn't get the third note. I got the top. Usually when I listen to it 4, 5, 10, 20 times, I'll start to play the notes I do hear and not the ones I don't. Let's see if we can pick up more on those chords he's using. All right, let me stop right there so I can hear him going from E major, B major to A major, and all the notes in between. That's what I'm picking up from those little bits of pieces right there. Tremendous hand speed. I used to be that fast with my fingers when I was playing for a church, but because I've been doing a lot of teaching, I've slowed my hands down when I'm playing so that I can be more of an instructive presentation versus me just playing to my skill set. So my hands are not that fast anymore. If you watched any of my earlier videos, they were bad too, but when I would play at the church, my last church that I was playing for, they had an acoustic piano in the choir room. I did one video where I was practicing, showing how you should practice scales, and even every time I watch it, to see my hands fly across that piano, I'm like, wow, I used to be that fast. That's from maybe 10, 12 years ago. Who has joined us? Let's watch a little more, then we'll go see if we can pull someone else up. So that's Jesse Molina. Again, there's so many talented and skilled musicians out there, even though we have a lot of musicians who are passing on. And one day I'm going to pass too. Hopefully YouTube will keep all of the videos that I have. I think it's over 2,200 videos now. We'll hold them there for as long as YouTube is in existence and the servers are there, so that a part of my experiences as a musician shared with others can also stay there, knowing that there's a greater list of musicians coming behind me, and hopefully those that watch me here and that allow me to share with you my take on how you can become a better musician. You will exceed me. You'll be saying one day, well, at one time I sounded like this, and then I was watching Mr. Talbot and he showed me how I could sound better. And then from there, I went to someone else, and I went to someone else, and now that's all history. This is where I am now. This is where I like to be able to be the as my page says, the gateway into your music instruction. Come into the gate. Let me present to you that all that I have, so that when you go back to practicing, you'll get better each time you get more the different instructions, not just from me, but as you listen and watch others. Just from watching this young man, now I want to go back and work on my speed again. Let's see what else we can pull in from NAMM. Mackie, no, I still got a 14-year-old Mackie amplifier that I'm going to keep using. Let's see if we can pull up something different. Again, I want to be keyboard friendly. I know Hammond has, see, we've done Mike Burrell. Didn't we do Mike Burrell? No, we were looking for Mike Burrell. I see that I had watched this one. Okay, we're going to do Mike Burrell.
It's time.
Let's get the ad cleared. Mike Burrell, another gifted musician from the West Coast. I was watching this one earlier, so let's go back to where he began his set. Again, Weekworks Pro, thank you again. Fair use. Another ad. Let's get rid of this ad as soon as it clears. The great Mike Burrell. All right, gonna stop it right there because for fair use purposes, give commentary. Mike Burrell, a church musician slash jazz slash composer slash songwriter slash singer. I believe he just came out with a production earlier this year, singing with the phenomenal vocals of Kim Burrell. So I've watched again from afar because he's from the California area, but I've heard a lot of the productions he was a part of. At one time, he was the musician for the West Angeles Church of God in Christ. So I've got the chance to hear his evolution of playing in the church, playing in productions, putting together his own productions. I'm not sure where he's currently serving, but I do see his videos. If you're on Instagram, I get all his Instagram feeds when he's doing sessions with his musicians that he works with. This here you're seeing him by himself, but he generally has what does the organ and the keyboard and plays both fluently. Again, I'm the musician that wanted to play like the person on the albums of the many songs I had to learn. I never had a musician that I said, oh, I want to sound like him. No, I want to sound like everybody so that when I'm playing their song, it gives them the acknowledgement of how they interpreted their music. So he's in the key of D major, but he's doing jazz. Now, I'm not a jazz aficionado. I'm still learning the baby steps of it, of understanding the number system placement and what chords you can select in that number system. Let's listen a little more, see if I can catch what he's doing. Let's see if I can find that. Now, I hear the pattern. Just that quick, I lost it. Now he's in F. makes it impossible for a musician who is traditional to understand the mind of a jazz infused musician. I am struggling because I don't, my ears hear the notes, but it doesn't know which one to pick to find as a resting place. Okay, so for this set, I see where he is. There it is. So I caught that much. Fair use. So you can see the struggles that an older musician has compared to these newer guys that have infused all of this style of playing into their music, and then they create a song around it. Where do we go to to learn this style? Well, as you see, what I do is I begin to deconstruct the easiest parts. His very first part of his playing, I'm like, okay, he's in E, no, he's in D, but he's doing a different chord in D. Then I got to think, okay, so is he in the number system, or is he bouncing? Is he floating around the different chords in different ranges? I'd have to hear it probably 20 times, 30 times, 100 times just to see the path. But now that he has selected an actual progression, I know he's here. I know he's here. I know he's here. And I know he's going to resolve to here. So he's in F, the 4, the A flat, 5, and now back to A minor, or C, the 1, and then to the G. So I can now hear that as long as he keeps staying in that pattern. But when he goes outside of it, I'm like, okay, follow the breadcrumbs. I'm not sure how many are still watching with us. So let's leave Mike Burrell, the great Mike Burrell from the West Coast, Los Angeles area, I believe. Let's see who else we can pull in from the NAMM 2024. We've done Glenn Gibson already. Hey, who's that guy? Okay, I think I'm going to. Okay, here's someone that looks to be like her. Okay, fair use. Glenda Del E. Fair use. fair use. Pause right there. Classical playing is a master level art. I can't do that. Yes, I can hear the path of these particular piece that she's playing, but I can't do that because I did not go down the world of having an instructor slap my hands when I put the wrong notes in my fingering exercises. I didn't have anybody to slap my hand. I just fumbled through it until I found a comfortable way of playing it. Key is she in? A major, A minor. So I know the path, the A minor, which is a classical term, a classical path. Major. So I can hear her path. Ah, I fake it, yes. Give me a chance to work on it probably for a month, and I could probably emulate some parts of what she's doing. If I had the sheet music in front of me, I can look at and see the notes in their place. But if I had to emulate the style of the chords, just break it into block chords, I know it's in the minor. Minor, harmonic minor. Which is why I include the harmonic minor chords as the harmonic minor scale as one that every musician should learn, because some of the gospel songs do borrow chords and structures from that scale. And if you know it, you can be able to hear, like I am, her placement of chords. Tremendous. I want to give her name, Glenda Del E. Tremendous. I can't do that. I can fake it, of course, but I can't do it. Let's see what else we can pull in. I'm trying to feature the piano playing. I'm sure there's got to be something there for the Hammond organ. So let me just do a search. NAMM show Hammond organ. Because I know that they're featuring a new version. This is it right here, a new mini one. So let's bring this up. Fair use. All right, so that is the new Hammond M solo on stage, in your studio, on the go, a real Hammond. They should have Hammond organ players play these demos and not just the um, the representatives of the company. A Hammond organ player, even though it's got a small subset of keys, a Hammond organ player can make anything that's got notes on it emulate and sound like how a Hammond organ is used in certain settings, be it church or on the stage. Those just bland chords are nice to say it. Here, it sounds like a Hammond is made by Hammond, but you got to go a little further than that for me. Let's see if we can find another one. Perhaps someone coming and just demonstrating what it sounds like. And it doesn't look like we have one. Being a new product, I don't think that has been released yet. They may not want anybody to mess with it. So you get the actual generic presentation of it. Doesn't look like there's another. Okay, here's someone XK4 with Leslie NAMM 10 hours ago. Let's see how the young man. Fair use. All right, this is why I'm on the internet. This is exactly why I'm on the internet. Uh, there are musicians out there who could use what I show so that they can give a better representation when they're in front of any kind of instrument. Now I have just a regular keyboard. Switch my 1, 2, 3. Are we still live? 1, 2, 3. Yes, we are still live. Now I have just a regular keyboard. This is my Yamaha. If I were to go into the organ patch if I were demonstrating this keyboard, if I were at the actual NAMM session and they wanted me to demonstrate the organ sound, and I'm in the key of C. Now, no foot pedals. I'd give it the organ sound. That's not trying to, and put some respect on what the Hammond organ should sound like. I would give it, again, I'm not at the NAMM, so this is my own version of If I Were There. Yeah, mind you, these are weighted keys, so my hands are feeling the effect of trying to organ solo on a weighted keyboard. So that would have been my take on a Hammond. Let's switch over. Let's switch over here. So we have a couple of songs. That's all we're going to do from the NAMM. I'm sure I'm going to get some YouTube. If they haven't gotten them already, I'll see them on my email. Copyright infringements, and I know what to do in order to let this. Well, I can let this stay up. They don't take it down. They just don't let me monetize these type of streams. But I do want to be able to share with not just the music that we're learning, but with what's happening in the music world in general. Hope you enjoyed this presentation so far. We're going to go to one of our viewer requests for a song. It's a basic song. The original is on my channel in the key of B flat, but they wanted the song in D flat C sharp. As soon as I scroll down all these many requests that I have, here we go, January. The song "The Lord Is Blessing Me" in the key of C sharp. Let me set the Chordy app to D flat. I don't like to use C sharp because all the different names, F sharp and A, G sharp and all that in the Chordy app really looks out of place. The Lord is blessing me. Let's pull up the piano. Come out of this. Adjust my chair. The Lord is blessing me. D flat. I used to be quicker on the keys. The Lord is blessing me. D flat is kind of high. So, like with any song, you want to find that especially when it's an actual choir song, you want to find the highest note for your soprano singers because all your chords are going to go beneath the soprano. That's high. So this song is, it's up tempo. So we're going to slow it down to a nice, comfortable pace. Let's put up a drum pattern here so that we can build our chords around a comfortable pace. I think this one should do it. Yeah, a little faster. There we go. This up, this down. He woke me up this morning. He started me taught this in B flat on the channel, and I'm struggling because the notes, the chords are too high. My ears are saying, why are you up there in D flat? These are the chords you should be doing in B flat. So, and again, I'd like to give the viewer what they request, even when it's out of key. Sometimes I struggle with why they want to change it, but that may be the vocal positioning of their voices where they are. So the beginning part, the Lord is blessing me right now, oh right now. I know the Lord is blessing me right now, oh right now. He woke me up this morning, started me on my way, turned the again. He woke me up, started me on my way. Struggling. Slow that. Gotta practice slow to get it fast. What else goes in that song? That's the second part. Oh, the Lord is blessing me. It just repeats. Alto. Another part of the song. I probably should have played it to hear the other parts. But that's pretty much where you're going to be with this song. Let's bring my choir voice singing. Maybe that'll help me get more comfortable in this key. So I think that's all I'm going to do with that. The off key. And again, some churches may only have singers that can reach a certain range. That's higher than where the song is normally written, but that's okay. Let's see what the other request is that I could probably answer during this live. Let me see. The Lord of the Harvest. Oh, did I do There's No Failure in God? No, I didn't do it with There Is No Failure in God. Oh, I Still Have a Praise Inside of Me by the Georgia Mass Choir. That one I was still working on. I could probably touch on it. It's in the key of B flat, I believe. I Still Have a Praise Inside of Me by the Georgia Mass Choir. Give me an opportunity to bring it up. And I'm going to play it here. But let me bring it up so I can hear it again, what it sounds like. I was working on that one. Welcome, buddy Burnett. I did see you come in. I still have a praise. Can't let you hear it. Inside. Let me remap my sound so that it doesn't come across here. Okay, that's mapped. Put you on mute a second so I can listen to the song. One, two, three. Okay. So I got the chords, the first part. Then there's a change they do. Ah, I didn't get to the change yet. So that little bit of tension there. The bass on the bottom. To the G, C minor, E flat. Where am I? No, my chord names are not there. Okay, my chord names are not there. Let's see where they went. It didn't activate. That's why. Can't call out a chord name and you don't see it. There it is, much better. All right, put you on mute again because the choir is coming in now. So let me just listen to it. Okay, bring it back my microphone. Get that change they put in there. All right, those are the chords for right there. Now to the second part where the choir just came in. Let me just go on mute so I can play through that one. All right, so that's pretty much just what's happening in the song. There's more when they get into the vamp, but I don't think I'll do it on this live. I'll do that as a separate lesson so I can show the chords like I have been doing on the viewer requests, because they not a lot of chords, they're just different placement. All right, so that was that one. That's on the list. That'll be a separate video. Won't get that all done here. I'm looking for the easier ones that I can do on the live. There is no failure. That's not an easy one. Milton Brunson. Well, I haven't played that song in years. God, there is no failure. What key is that in? Yeah, I'd have to listen to that one again. That's been a while since I've been in that era of music. Well, I want to thank those who have been. This camera right here, let me just switch. I want to thank those who have been keeping up with me today. As I say, these lives are never planned. They just come across when my mind comes to it. I think I do like Saturdays, though I'm left alone in that sense. I don't have to be anywhere. I don't have to be doing anything. I can plan better for them. We're still into the new year, the January. So if you have not been, if I haven't greeted you with a quote unquote Happy New Year, I know we'll come into the end of January, so we get the whole month of January to say Happy New Year, and wishing that all that have been keeping up with me through 2023 will stay with me in 2024. So far, the count of, I like to look at analytics because they let me know how well I'm doing. If I'm doing a good job from a YouTube standpoint, we're up almost 20,000 views for the month of January because I've been producing a lot of videos. My intent was to almost double the 900 videos I did last year. That's going to be impossible to double that, but certainly put as many videos as I can out there to draw as many eyeballs to this channel, because I am in competition with many other content creator sites where they're teaching gospel music and music in general. So we're all competing for the same eyeballs, I think. And of course, the newer ones that come by your subscribing. In fact, I need to put my subscription image on this page. And there was another thing I needed to add on this page. Let's go get that. So we can keep that in front of you. If you're not a subscriber and you like what we have put together here, why it doesn't let me pull up, and you like what we have here, consider becoming a subscriber so you too can keep up with all the new things that we do. I'm working on the like button. I saw something on another stream where if you held your thumbs up, YouTube would automatically put up a like. I'm going to see if that works here. Let's find my subscribe. There it is. Oh, subscribe is there. Why don't you come up big? Let's find a place to put that. There we go. Underneath. Who's that up there? So subscribe to our channel, and let's see if this works. I saw a guy do this, and YouTube automatically put up thumbs for. I'm watching to see if that comes up. I guess that doesn't work for me there on StreamYard. They did 2 thumbs up, they got thunder. I mean, they got explosions in the back. Okay, I guess it don't work for me. Again, I watch a lot of different content creators. So, subscribe, hit that like button, as they would often say, to show that you appreciate this, the stream. When you leave comments, YouTube does monitor comments, because if they see a lot of comments, then they will show the video. They will put it on the feeds of the, I'll say, billions of viewers that are out there. We're all in competition for the eyeballs. I like to think I can present something that's tangible. Some might say I have a face for radio. I can't do nothing with it, but this is the YouTube, the Sound of Joy merchandise. I saw one of the prices that posted up was a little higher than where I want it to be, so I'm gonna go in and change that price. So if you do want to support by and having a nice comfortable hoodie, it's still a little chilly out, so it's never too late to get yourself a Sound of Joy hoodie. Very comfortable, easy wear. Is it washable? I washed the older one that I had because it was starting to fade away. I've changed the whole look of it, so this is a much better printing on this version. And I've got different sizes. I want to get some different colors out there, so I may look at redoing what I currently have. Maybe get a purple and a green one out there for those who like colors. So there's different ways that you can support this channel. With your super thanks, with your super chats. Of course, we have our Cash App and our Patreon page, where you get the opportunity to support monthly with your very nominal donation of just $5, and where you get more content, if that's possible, than what I do here on YouTube, with some added perks. You also get MIDI files and some added stuff. You get some MP3 and WAV files, and some other things which I won't say here. Just you have to join that page to take advantage of what I have there. So we're looking to not only support our musician community and music lovers in general, but give you an opportunity to support what we're doing, because you make it possible for the lights, for the software, for the upgrades in the computers, and keeping me encouraged that what I'm giving is tangible amidst the sea of other content creators. I don't want to miss anybody, so we'd like to thank Nathan, who had come in, Mile Thomas, who came in, and Bunny Burnett. I see we have 3 viewers right now. I don't see where any new subscribers came in, because I'm able to monitor that here on Streamlabs. So, Sam Tolbert, Sound of Joy Music Services, those watching on the Facebook page, I thank you for allowing me to come into your Saturday. And for the content creators, Wheatworks, for allowing me to use some of your videos. Of course, if YouTube contacts me, as I expect them to, I know how to deal with that. Thank you all for watching, and see you on our next live. Take care.